Good morning, guys. Jerry West, Monday morning, September 10th. If you're watching me live, if not, you're watching the replay. I am back on schedule here on Mondays, and today we have lesson 5, Celebrate Every Success. So I'll just wait for people to hop on here. And while I'm waiting, I'll just kind of quickly go over what we do here. This is my private Facebook group, 52 Lessons from Network Marketing. It is named after the book that I wrote, 52 Lessons from Network Marketing. And what I'm doing here is called 52 Lessons in 52 Weeks. So basically how that works is there's 52 lessons in this book, and each and every week we go over a different lesson in this book. You don't have to buy a copy of the book in order to be in this group. It's a free group, open community. You can be in any company, it doesn't matter. However, if you'd like to follow along with us every week and see what we're talking about, I highly recommend that you go on Amazon or Kindle and get yourself a copy of my book today. Why not, right guys? So when you hop on, do me a favor and say hello. Let me know where you're watching from today. What's going on, Lou? How are ya? Good to see you. Michelle, what's happening? How are you today? It's a good lesson we have today. I'll get right into it, and we'll go from there. So the lesson I have for you guys today is when you first join network marketing, you might be sold the dream, right? We're sold the dream of financial freedom, of time freedom, and being able to do whatever we want, whenever we want, with whomever we want, however we want. I mean, we're all sold on that dream. That's a lot of us start for we have different whys, but it's kind of similar in that regard. And what happens is we see other people that are having huge success, and we look at them and we compare ourselves to them. Now, comparitis is a whole nother lesson for another time, but it has something to do with this, because I remember in a previous company I was in, I remember the first actual network marketing company event I went to. I sat there in the audience and I saw people on stage that received $10,000 checks, $25,000 checks, and it was crazy. And you sit there and you look at these people and you think to yourself, no matter what you're doing, but you fall into the trap of not giving yourself enough credit for the victories that you're having, because you look at these huge victories that other people that maybe they've been at it a lot longer than you, they've already gone through a lot of the struggles that maybe you're going through right now, and they've been able to reach a higher level, they're getting huge checks, and you just compare yourself to those people, and you think to yourself that you're failing because you're not at that level yet. And that's a huge trap. That's a huge trap, because that's not really what you should be doing, because it actually drives some people to quit, because they join a business and they're in it for a few months and they do have successes. They have small victories, they have small successes, but they don't give themselves credit for it, and they view it as failures, and they give up on themselves because they didn't reach that uber high level within the few months. They look at it, okay, well, I'm not making six figures. I don't have the $10,000 check. I don't have the $25,000 check. So I must be a failure because I'm not doing that, and therefore they quit on themselves. That's a huge trap. So be aware of that. If you're kind of new in network marketing, just be aware. Don't fall into that trap, okay? Because there's a lot of things that you should give yourself credit for if you're not already. So what are these things, okay? Maybe somebody joins a business, they go through their first month and they get a handful of sales, or maybe even a couple of sales. But they see other people that are absolutely killing it, so they don't give themselves credit for those couple of sales. They don't celebrate those couple of sales. They look at it and say, well, I only had 3 sales and so has 25, so therefore I suck. No, guys. Celebrate the 2 or 3 sales. There's so many people that join that don't get any sales. So if you've got 2 or 3 sales, put your freaking fists up in the air and celebrate that, okay? It's a victory. Now, let's say you didn't get any sales your first month. Maybe you did something that you should celebrate. Maybe for the first time ever, you got on Facebook Live and you did a video that you were absolutely scared beyond belief to put yourself out there, but you stepped outside your comfort zone and you went live. Or you stepped outside your comfort zone and you brought your business up to, 10 different people that you were nervous, you were scared, but you brought it up anyways. That's a victory. That's something you have to celebrate. You stepped outside your comfort zone. You achieved personal growth, because continued personal growth is going to lead to results. It's going to lead to successes. But you have to look at that as a success. Those things are so important. I've seen people that they even hit ranks and they view themselves as failing because they're at a lower rank and then they're not at the super high rank, so they're disappointed in themselves. Don't be disappointed in yourself if you're sponsoring, if you're making sales, if you're hitting even smaller ranks, smaller thresholds. Those victories should be celebrated. Every single one of them. Don't ever look at yourself like you're not doing enough. Because if you're hitting those small successes, you're doing great. You're doing great. That's a sign that you're getting this. If you're gaining customers here and there, you're gaining distributors, affiliates, whatever you call it here and there, you're hitting certain volume thresholds, you're having success. What that means is you're learning. You should pat yourself on the back, and it also means you should get out there and take way more action, because if you're starting to hit those little victories, if you take way more action, you're going to hit the bigger victories. No doubt about it. Because you're having success. You're doing what you're supposed to be doing. So what that means is, really, instead of saying, okay, I only did this much, it's not good enough. Instead of saying that, just say, I did awesome. I got a few sales. So I know I could do this. Now, if I take 10 times more action, I'm going to get 10 times more results, and I'm going to get 10 times better at this because I'm doing it. That's how you have to look at it, okay? You have to look at it that way. Now, if you're a leader, you need to recognize these things. It doesn't matter if you're a leader of 10,000 people, 1,000 people, 100 people, or if you're a leader of 5 people, or even 2 people. If you're a leader of somebody, you sponsored people, and they're having these small victories. They get binary qualified for the first time. They make their first sale. They do their first Facebook video. They step outside their comfort zone and call and invite people to a home party. Let's celebrate that. Let's give them a shout out. Give them a post on social media and say, I just want to say how proud I am of so-and-so for having their first home party and 6 people showed up and they signed up their first brand new customer. Because you don't want your new person sitting there thinking, oh, well, whoop-de-doo, I invited 20 people and only 6 showed up and I only made 1 sale, so that sucks. You don't want anybody sitting there thinking that. You want them to sit there and think, wow, 6 people actually showed up at my house. I made a sale and my sponsor is posting on Facebook how great I am. That's what you want. You have to celebrate that stuff. It is so important because people will knock themselves out of the game and take themselves out of the game when they're doing well just because they don't think they're doing well enough. You don't want that. You don't want people's personal growth and their business growth to be stunted and stopped because they feel like their victories are lame. So let's make everybody feel loved. Let's make everybody feel fantastic. All right? So here's what I want you to do this week. I want you to go through maybe the past several weeks, maybe the past 3-4 weeks, like past month, okay? What did you do the past month? You know, look at each new customer you brought on, look at each new person you sponsored, and give yourself credit for that. Give yourself a pat on the back and feel great about it, no matter how big or small that is, okay? If you made 2 sales in the last 4 weeks, or even 1 sale, I want you to give yourself credit for that sale. I want you to pat yourself on the back and say, good job, keep going, you did something right. And then whatever you did to get that 1 or 2, just do more of that. Just increase your activity, because that's going to increase your results. Look at the people that are in your team if you have a team. Who made sales? Who did something? Did you celebrate that? You know, did you put a post out on social media? I challenge you to find somebody on your team that accomplished something, anything, small, and put a post out on social media and tag them and act like it's the biggest thing in the entire world. Like you couldn't be more proud of this person. As soon as this video is over, just look at your team and think, okay, who did something, who had a tiny victory this week that I am super proud of, and post something on Facebook and tag that person and just tell them how proud you are of them and how great they've done. Because I guarantee you that that person is going to go out there and take 10 times more action because they feel appreciated now. They feel like what they've done is way better than maybe they originally thought it was. You know, this person could be sitting there thinking, well, ho-hum, you know, I joined a week ago and I only signed up 1 person. No. We want them to think, wow, I made my first sale and my sponsor is so proud of me. They're posting it. They're blasting it out to everybody. They're shouting me out. All these people are saying congratulations on this post. You did a great job. We want them to feel that way so that they're like, you know what? I'm going to go out and tell more people about this because I want more recognition. I want more success. I want to be celebrated more. We're all human and we all want to be recognized and celebrated, right? We all want to be recognized and celebrated. So when we do something, if nobody says anything about it, we feel like, okay, well, it must not be that great because nobody said anything about it. Let's go say something about it, guys. As soon as this video is over, that's what I want you to do. Find someone on your team. I don't even care if you have 2 people on your team. If one of them did something small, let's blast a post out there on Facebook right now and let them know how huge we think their little accomplishment is, okay? Let's do it right now. What is the other homework I have for you? Let's check this here. The other homework I have for you is, let's see. I want you this week to do that all week. You know, I want you to go out of your way, and you should do this all the time. I want you to go out of your way to recognize every small accomplishment. I mean, you don't have to do a huge Facebook post for everything. You can, but message people. You know, send them a gift or something when they make a sale. Tell them how proud you are of them. Tell them congratulations. Tell them great job. Make everyone feel like every single sale they make, every single person they sponsor, every single accomplishment. I mean, how great would you feel this nervous person who never did a Facebook Live before forces themselves out of their comfort zone and gets on Facebook and does like a 30-second Facebook Live because they're so nervous. Make that person feel great. You know, do a post. Send them a private message and say, I saw your live. I'm so proud of you. You know, that's what the best people do. That's what the biggest leaders do. They appreciate everyone and they celebrate every success. And that's the message that I wanted you guys to receive today. So I hope you all got value out of this lesson. I am going to upload this lesson to my YouTube channel. So if you're not subscribed to my YouTube channel, and I have a couple YouTube accounts, so make sure it's the YouTube channel that has the 52 lessons playlist. You can go subscribe to that. You can rewatch any lesson on YouTube. Of course, if you're in this group, you could rewatch any lesson in this group. But if you want to share these lessons with your team groups, the YouTube channel is the way to go. You could share that link, because if you share posts inside this group, people that are not in this group are not going to be able to see it. But if you share the YouTube link, then they will be able to see it. Okay, so subscribe to my YouTube channel. And you could always you're more than welcome to invite all your team members to join this group if you would like them to participate in this weekly personal development. Once again, this is free to participate in. It's based on my book. They don't have to buy the book, but if they want to follow along, it's 52 Lessons from Network Marketing. They can find it on Amazon and Kindle. So I hope you guys had a great lesson today, and I will talk to you next week. Peace out.